Hey guys, here's the video update I promised y'all. A whole raft of discoveries made in Egypt during 2017, in one place, just for you. Let's get right into it. Our first discovery is of a statue of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh found in Cairo. In March of last year, in the northern Cairo area of El Matera, an Egyptian-German archaeological team unearthed two fragments of a gigantic statue while clearing wasteland between apartment blocks. The statue was first believed to be a depiction of the legendary pharaoh Ramesses II, but it is now thought to be King Psamathe I, who ruled Egypt from 664 to 610 BC. When it was intact, it would have weighed 7 tons and measured 9 meters high. El Matera is built on the ancient city of Heliopolis, the center of worship of the Egyptian sun god Ra. Not far from here stood one of the biggest temples in ancient Egypt, twice the size of the Karnak temple complex in Luxor. Visitors can now see the newly uncovered statue in the garden of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Funerary garden at Luxor. Archaeologists have long suspected that ancient Egyptians planted gardens at the entrance to their tombs because of illustrations found on tomb walls. The discovery of a garden on the Dra Abu el Nagar hill in Luxor has finally confirmed this. Dr. Jose Manuel Galan of the Spanish National Research Council said of the 3x2 meter garden, "It is the first time that a physical garden has ever been found. Thorough analysis of the garden will provide valuable information about both the botany and the environmental conditions of ancient Thebes, aka of Luxor 4,000 years ago." Moreover, even more news coming out of Luxor as well, guys, is the discovery of a tomb containing 8 mummies. The tomb, dating back to the New Kingdom, which is the 16th to the 11th century BCE, was found near the Nile city of Luxor, 400 miles south of Cairo. Back in April of 2017, it was revealed that 8 mummies had been found, along with more than 1,000 statues and 10 coffins in an ancient noble's tomb. Among the items discovered inside the was a statue of a goldsmith, Amenemhat, sitting beside his wife. It is unclear whether the 3 mummies discovered are connected to Amenemhat, but research continues. The mummies were found down a burial shaft leading off the main chamber. The coffins were intricately decorated in red, blue and green and yellow. Another room is yet to be excavated off the main chamber. So our next discovery it's another tomb, this one coming out of Kubet El Hawa in Aswan. Now, Kubet El Hawa is a well-known archaeological site near Aswan, where the tombs of 14 members of the ruling class of the river island of Elephantine have been found. Back in March, however, a Spanish archaeological mission uncovered a new tomb. It is thought that the brother of one of the most important governors of the 12th dynasty, Sarenenput II, was buried here. Importantly, this tomb is intact and contains a range of funerary goods, including pottery, 2-seater coffins, outer and inner layers, and a set of wooden models, which are representations of boats and scenes of daily life. The tomb's mummy, covered with a mask, is also well preserved. Work continues on this site. Archaeologists discovered the earliest monumental Egyptian hieroglyphs. A joint Yale and Royal Museum of Art and History from Brussels expedition to explore the ancient Egyptian city of El Keb has uncovered some previously unknown rock inscriptions, which include the earliest monumental hieroglyphs dating back around 5,200 years. These new inscriptions were not previously recorded by any expedition and are of great significance in the history of ancient Egyptian writing systems. The newly discovered panel of signs features images of a bull's head on a short pole, followed by 2 back-to-back saddle-bill stalks, with a bold ibis bird above and between them. The arrangement of the symbols is common in later Egyptian representations of the solar cycle and with the concept of luminosity. Now, this discovery back in November of a massive void identified in Khufu's pyramid at Giza is a topic I've touched on already, but I just had to put it back in this video, so here we go. The mysteries of the pyramids have deepened with the discovery of what appears to be a giant void within the Khufu or Cheops monument in Egypt. Whether or not the chambers hold anything of value has some archaeologists remaining skeptical, as the cavity is not yet accessible. Japanese and French scientists made the announcements after 2 years of study at the famous pyramid complex. They have been using a technique called muography, which can sense density changes inside large rock structures. The Great Pyramid, or Khufu's pyramid, was allegedly constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu between 2509 and 2483 BC. At 140 meters in height, it is the largest of the Egyptian ancient pyramids located at Giza on the outskirts of Cairo, and up till to this day remains the most mysterious. So guys, this one's definitely got the potential to be a bit controversial, depending on which camp you're in regarding human lineage and ancient history. But let's get straight into it. This was made back in August of last year. The supposed remains of Sennacherib, a pharaoh of ancient Egypt, may be the oldest known human giant, a new study found. Myths are often wound in with stories of giants, from the frost and fire giants of Norse legend to the titans who warred with the gods in ancient Greek mythology. However, giants are more than just myth. Accelerated and excessive growth, a condition known as gigantism, can occur when the body generates too much growth hormone. This usually occurs because of a tumour on the pituitary gland of the brain. As part of an ongoing research into mummies, scientists investigated a skeleton found in 1901. Interesting, because I've just been reading some Tesla papers from 1901. Back to it anyway. In a tomb near Beit Kalaf in Egypt. Previous research estimated that the bones dated from the 3rd dynasty of Egypt, about 2700 BC. So this next one's another pretty cool find. DNA discovery reveals genetic history of human Egyptians. Researchers from Germany have decoded the genome of ancient Egyptians for the first time with unexpected results. The study concluded that preserved remains found in Abu Sir el-Melek in Middle Egypt were closest genetic relatives of Neolithic and Bronze Age populations from the Near East, Anatolia and Eastern Mediterranean Europeans. Modern Egyptians, by comparison, share much of their DNA with sub-Saharan populations. The findings have turned years of theory on its head, causing Egyptologists to re-evaluate the region's history while unlocking new tools for scientific working in the field. Now this is quite incredible really, because only recently I discovered that such a large population of the world was actually related to Genghis Khan. And then I thought about it and I was like, well, the guy did throw it about a little bit and he pretty much conquered the whole known world, so fair play. But I was more shocked to discover that up to 70% of the males in the UK actually share a closer genetic comparison to Tutankhamun. Then I think it's down to like 17% or something of actual people who live in Egypt today. So that was just a bit of food for thought, and that's what popped into my mind when I discovered this find. But on to the next one. Now this is the last discovery on the list, which is again another pretty awesome discovery, a bit mysterious, but let's go. The mystery of 24 almost alien black boxes discovered near Egypt's pyramids of Giza. They weigh more than 100 tons, they are solid Aswan granite, and they are precision engineered to tolerances which would be deemed remarkable even by today's standards. The stark black boxes do display some hieroglyphics, but they have such poor quality that the scribbles are regarded as graffiti. The real purpose and function of these boxes remains unclear, but they were clearly of importance as they were cut with such precision they would remain airtight for many millennia. Airtight for many millennia, that's incredible precision. So how did ancient Egyptians build and put in place 24 strange and sinister coffin-shaped black boxes discovered buried in a hillside cave system 12 miles south of the Great Pyramid of Giza? And more importantly, why? So there we have it, guys. 8 discoveries delivered on ancient Egypt during 2017. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you in the next video.